Mako and I have been living aboard for nearly 4 years now. Since Mako is just a few months old, we have covered quite a few miles since then, with our recent South Pacific crossing being the most notable. Over this period, we have learned what does and doesn't work for him on board and how to keep him safe. However, we have also had our challenges, and I am now faced with some difficult decisions moving forward. So, as I prepare to leave the boat and Mako for the first time for an extended period, I'm going to dive into what it's like living with a cat on board overseas.
This spot has been amazing. Holy crap. Point proven. The milkfish are eating. I don't know how well you can see them. Like the little things in the water over there, those are the milkfish. They're like right there, all at the surface. They're everywhere eating in the morning. Wish it was something more fun. How perfect is this spot? Coral head, and there's just scattered coral everywhere that way. Sunshell collects the seaweed, unfortunately. It is kind of tricky anchoring here because there is like a drop off to 90 feet. The other day I was scrubbing the water line and there's just stingrays on the drop off. I think there's 2, but it's pretty cool. I'm just kind of overcast and I leave in 3 days, so I'm gonna be getting stuff done. Today I'm gonna begin prepping the boat. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a place called Phaeton Bay here in Tahiti, pretty far south, like away from everything, but here it's pretty difficult. I say it's one of the only places that you have to reserve your anchorage and you can't reserve a marina. Whatever, it's fine. There's a lady that will watch your boat for you for like 80 euros for a month. It's so cheap. The marina would cost about 2,000 to 3,000. Then you still have to find someone to watch your boat because the marina says if something goes wrong, they will not touch your boat. So if something goes wrong, if the swell comes in and a line snaps, and this lady will get on your boat in emergency. So if boats are dragging, if there's a storm coming, she'll move it. But she will also come on the boat weekly and vent out the boat. So open the hatches, let some airflow come in, which helps prevent the mold. Mold's really bad on the boat and it's hard to prevent. If I wanted her to run the engine, she would. I think I'm gonna have her actually do a freshwater rinse on the water maker weekly versus I don't really need the engine run, but a freshwater rinse on the water maker will mean I don't need to, I don't remember what it's called, but you put the stuff in it so stuff stops growing. Because if it's sitting with all this water in it, granted this is pretty clean water, but it'll cause the membrane to go bad quicker, and I just had a water maker ordeal and I don't want to deal with that. Just getting the boat, so she'll check all that. It's a bit further from the airport, a little over an hour car ride, and so that part is the unfortunate side, but it's not anything I haven't done before. And I think I've gotten too used to having airports like right next to me, so that's what I'm gonna do, and hopefully it goes well. I've heard that some people just end up leaving their boats there forever and they can drag, but I'm gonna be optimistic and hope for the best. It's not low season, so it's not like the squally season yet, so I'm hoping that will also play a factor in the boat being okay. Yeah, so just a lot to prep and get ready. It's really just cleaning the boat and packing and making sure like cameras are on, inverter's okay, batteries are okay. She'll also check that to make sure the battery levels are good. I'm just gonna be getting the boat ready today. One thing, maybe this is gonna look like animal torture. I promise it's for him. You guys have asked if he can swim. We just went for a paddleboard. He does not like them. And he tried to jump into the dinghy once we got close, but we weren't close enough. Since he's already wet, I'm gonna go over with him how to swim and how to get back on the boat. I have a rope ladder hanging off here. Ian and Tara also want to make sure he's refreshed since they're gonna take over him, but this is something I do fairly, not often. I try to do it once every 6 months. It's been a while since we've done it, so we're gonna do it so you remember there's a rope off the back. I'm gonna get scratched. He does not like it. It's gonna look like animal torture, but it needs to be done. So, come on. I know. Come on. Okay, swim. Swim, Baba. Okay, remember? Rope ladder. Rope ladder. Good boy. Rope ladder, Baba. Rope ladder. Rope. Climb the rope, Baba. Come here. Okay. I know. We're just gonna rinse off. It's okay. Now we're gonna wrap you up. Come here. It's okay. Come here. He also, our rope ladder fell over in the crossing, and he hasn't gone up with this new one, and can't do as well with it. It's okay. That's it for today, okay? You want some sardines? You're such a good boy. And I don't like doing this because I want him to enjoy the paddleboard and the dinghy, or at least not be scared of them. So I don't like doing this, but there's the line of safety. You're okay.
After Mako had recovered a little bit from a swim, I couldn't help myself but go in for one last snorkel in this beautiful water. Being able to anchor in crystal clear, shallow water with coral nearby is a dream, and I try to take advantage of it as much as I can.
Is that your box from your scratch pads? Mako is a typical cat, loves his boxes. Obviously on a boat you don't really want boxes because of roaches, so it's very rare to have boxes on here, but he loves them. Sometimes it's just a basket I have, he will crawl in those immediately. It's fun to be like a typical cat because out here you don't get to see some of that quite a bit. Do you enjoy your box?
Since I don't have a freezer and I'm leaving soon, I haven't been getting a ton of food every time I go to the grocery store. It's enough for about a week, which is abnormal for me. And I'd say for a lot of cruisers out here, you never really know when the next good grocery store you're gonna see is, unless you're in Tahiti, Maria. I'm on a little grocery run. I'm out of food, but I don't need much, just enough for one bag. It'll be plenty. And it is really nice having cruisers around since I'm leaving, because any food that I have extra I can give away and it won't go to waste. This town is very cute. The Olympics were held here a few years ago and it's just super well kept and manicured, and it's really nice to be somewhere like that. I'm used to having a freezer, so got my food, including a baguette to make bruschetta with, to use with bruschetta I'm gonna make. I was just thinking about how much I paid, and I was like, that's not much, 40 US. Then I realized that I forgot to get meat, because the freezer I always had meat on the boat, like so I'd buy it in bulk at a bigger store where I had a lot of options. So I guess I will be vegetarian for the next week, which I don't mind. But it's just funny how we get used to things.
What? What's going on in that little brain? Oh, that went inside, didn't it? I have another one. Good boy. Ready? Get it. You bring? Coral reef surrounding. Go get it. That one go inside too, Bubs? For last night in this anchorage, we are going over to Isla for a little dinner. They're gonna be watching Mako, so I figured I'd show you how he's in the dinghy because he does not like it. Even though last night he jumped in, but that's okay. Go for it. You can go. Mako's at bedtime? Is it time for bed? Yeah? I know, it's time for bed. He does this every night. Yeah? You wanna go to bed? Yeah? I promise he has foods, it's not that. Before I do go to bed, I turn off my inverter because there's really no need for it. All I use it for is the internet. I charge everything during the day. I make sure the anchor light's on and I turn off the inverter. I'm still using Battleborn batteries. I turn on the underwater lights tonight. I ran the water maker, still at 90%, so I still love them. Come on, we're going. Ready for bed? You gonna eat your dinner first? You gonna work out with me? So Mako likes to, most days, come up while I work out. He likes the yoga mat and being a brat, but he likes to go find shade while I'm out here too. Under there? He loves to be out on deck when I'm out deck, but tries to find some shade, and if he can't, then he will go back inside. You being sweet? Yeah?
As I began prepping to leave, putting away the toys was one of the first things to do. Just like the boat, the paddleboard and sunshield will develop a little bit of algae, and I make sure to scrub it off before pulling it out of the water and deflating it.
Mako, do you just have the roughest life around? Naps all day, has the prettiest view. Yeah. As I'm getting ready to move and leave, and I've kind of mentioned Mako this episode, and I get a lot of questions about how I sail with a cat, how it is sailing with a cat. What if he goes overboard? So, the overboard part. Mako has fallen overboard, mostly in the beginning when he wasn't used to the boat yet, so some of the new things, or had a paddleboard angled wrong and he jumped somewhere he thought was safe and it wasn't because I'd moved something. He hasn't fallen overboard since I got it on film about a year ago in Grenada. If he does, I have this rope ladder right here. There's some algae on it right now. He knows how to climb that, as I just showed you in the previous, I don't know how much you saw of it, but he can climb it. Litter, I buy it from the store, but I also get sand, and I can do that because I have an outdoor litter box. It stays pretty dry unless we get like torrential rain. We have solar above it, and it's nice because it's outside. The smell is outside, the mess is outside, so I don't get sand that's trapped in. Sailing wise, I don't harness him as much anymore, especially for a short little move. So I'm about to pick anchor up. I'm not gonna harness him. We're only moving 8 miles. Now if it's overnight, if I'm worried about him, if conditions get a little more intense, I want to know where he is, which is why I harness him. I don't harness him because I'm scared he's gonna go run and jump off the boat. He hates the water, he knows, he understands it. Yeah, it's more so if something goes wrong, I know where he is, since I'm alone. I have a ton of food for him. He is so picky, he only likes one type of dry food. Probably have about 5 more bags left, but I've flown with it from the States. I've shipped it into St. Martin when I could ship things, and I've just tried to keep it on stock. He loves fish, chicken, cheese, crackers, yogurt, peanut butter. If I did run out of food, I have stuff on the boat he would survive on until I could find it again. That answers a lot of questions. It is about to get very difficult for us. If anyone has any input, that's really one reason I want to bring this up, because I'm kind of at a loss. As you guys know, I have flown back quite often. Not often, but once or twice a year, generally for 2 months at a time. I can't do that anymore because of Mako. I can't fly with him anymore. I can fly out of Tahiti with him in the cabin, but coming back he has to be in cargo, and I think pretty much everywhere else in the South Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, anywhere that I've looked at moving west from this point onwards, he has to be in cargo coming and going. So it's going to take a lot for me to, like, I would have to leave the boat for 6 months straight to even consider flying with him. Like, that's not fair to him to do that. Putting the boat somewhere is generally doable. Leaving him, like, I'm lucky I have Isla that's willing to watch him and in the area, but that's not always going to be the case. It's not easy to find people on land to watch him. It's going to be a thing. So if anyone knows of anything, I'm considering having people come out and just watch the boat and watch him. Yeah, you'd have to be comfortable on a boat. Moving forward, things are going to get difficult with a cat, and that's something to consider if you are thinking about sailing with an animal. Is, do you want to fly back, and how is that going to look for you? I did consider it, but as many of you know, like, he's my boy. I've had him since he was 4 weeks old, and I've only sailed this boat with him for the most part. And I don't know, at some point he probably is going to have to go back to the States, and I'm going to have to sail without him, but I'm trying to prolong that as much as possible. Until then, it's a thing I'm going to have to figure out, which isn't fun. But that's so far been the most challenging part of having a pet on board. The paperwork is manageable as long as you research the countries you're going to in plenty of time, meaning like at least 8 months in advance, to make sure that you can get your pet everything they need. I hope that addresses a little bit of sailing with a cat and living internationally with a pet, because it is different. There are challenges, but it's definitely doable, and it's so worth it.
As I had mentioned quite a few episodes back, a small part of my Genoa had torn, and leaving the boat is the perfect time to get it fixed. Ian and Tara came over to help me remove it before I pulled anchor.
Ready, Bubba? Okay. Perfect. Go get it. Good boy. Come on. There's whatever's left of our sunset. Every time I leave the boat, it's a weird feeling, especially when, like, I'm not ready to leave. Not ready is not a right word, but like, I'm not burnt out at the moment. When you get burnt out, like, boats are a lot, and I mean, part of me is happy I'm going back right now. I can get parts for the freezer, microphone. There's a lot of gear that new drone. Go get it. Good one. Mako is being sweet today, but he's all packed up and it's time to take him over to Ian and Tara. He apparently comes with a lot of things. He likes a certain blanket, and then he has all of his toys and lots of food and litter for a month, so it's a bit to take over, but he's gonna be in good hands. We have to go, Mako. Ready? When I picked him up, he started crying a little bit. I think he thinks he's going on the plane. Come on. I know, it's scary, isn't it? It's okay. It's okay. I know. I know. Mako, at least you're in your favorite bag. No comment?